Hello and welcome, my beautiful, beautiful Libras. This is your general tarot and oracle card forecast for the week of November the 4th to the 10th. Keeping in mind, not every single card or the energy they carry may resonate with every single one of you, but some of it will, so run with it. And don't be afraid to click the button in the top right-hand corner if you want clarity or answers to any personal questions. It'll take you directly to my website. You'll be able to see the calendar and my available dates and times, and actually book your appointment right there. Okay, starting off, you've been given your download message of transformation. So transformation is that metamorphosis, making some huge change this week. There could be something that you're wanting to, take a journey on, go forward, embark on something new, create something new. But you're going to find that change is really big this week, no matter what it is. It could be in your job, your career. You could be moving. You could be, walking away from situations or people that might not be serving you anymore. And that's change in itself too, going through this transformation. You're also seeing yourself in a different light, Libra. You're looking at yourself and doing some self-reflection and saying, okay, I need to do this and I need to do that for me. And that again is transformation. The end of something, beginning of something new. Now, in the beginning of the week, you've got the otter spirit, and it says you are never alone. There may be times when you feel like you're having to take on the world on your own, the battles and the burdens therein. This is a card that says you're never alone. Tap into higher self, tap into your spirit, your guides, your angels, whoever it is that you lean into. Sit down on your own and just say, I need guidance. And they're going to let you know they're there. They'll send you synchronicities. They'll send you messages. They'll send you downloads that will, be amazing. So this is a card that says, you also can tap into the help of your friends, okay? Support from your friends are available to you as well, and connecting with community and also with family members. So if there's something that you feel that you're having to take on by yourself, and by the look of this reading, there are some situations here, know that there's assistance there. Don't be afraid to reach out. Coming in next, you're moving on. Okay, some of you have decided that you were in a situation that was unfulfilling, and now you're heading out on a new journey. And you're only going to take those in your boat, you can see here, that totally support you. You're a little doubtful and dubious as you go through this transformation, because when we embark on something new and we step out into something, the unknown, it is a little bit daunting. But know that these obstacles are to be expected, and they're not going to be as bad as what you're leaving behind. So you're leaving troubled waters, an unfulfilling situation, relationship, job, whatever the case is, or some of you may be relocating and actually moving. Coming in next, you've got in the focus part of your reading, you've got the Ghostlands. So the Ghostlands is whenever you set your sights too far ahead, you run the risk of losing your footing. For rarely do the present and the future match up exactly. Okay, so you can learn from the past and imagine a beautiful future, but you must live in the here and now. So it's one of the most difficult things for me to do, because I'm always forward thinking. I'm always, what am I going to do next? Or I've got to do this next, or, this is the kind of person I am. But living in the moment is what's most important, because we don't want to wish our lives away by thinking about the next nano moment, right? And for some of us, it's difficult, but this is what it's saying. You need to live in the moment, okay? Pay attention to the details right now. Also, the same goes for nostalgia. When we get up in our head, you can look into the past wistfully and remember beautiful moments or revisit lessons learned. However, you can't live there, nor can you go back there and change what was, right? So yesterday's gone forever. So live fully in the now. And so you're moving forward here. This is telling me that you're planning, but you also are living in the moment. You're not going to think back of your disappointments, of the sadness, of your grieving, of that type of thing. It's very easy for us to do that, but we need to move forward, and you are. You had a hard struggle, though. Look at this, the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is that card that says, you pushed and you pushed and you pushed, and you couldn't see the trees, the forest for the trees, but you did it. Okay, you made it to the top of that mountain, but some of you might still be working too hard, and it's very important to balance your career with your personal life. Ask for help from those around you so that all that responsibility isn't on your own shoulders, okay? Maybe you're overextending yourself and you're under some pressure right now. But when the 10 shows up, it says it's going to end. Okay, you're going to see the light. Okay, it's possible you're trying too hard to please others maybe. And remember that you must love yourself before you can go out there and love anybody else. So let go of those emotional burdens. You're bearing, your burdens you're bearing by forgiving others and yourself. Okay, so this is a card I always say, it's darkest before the dawn. And you need to realize that you can bring on stress-related illnesses if you don't let go of things. Okay, you need to let go of things, and you need to, this is a card of balance, okay? Getting that equal balance here. And also right next to that is another card of balance. So maybe you're pushing yourself really hard, my Libras, working very hard, and you're exhausting, you're depleting your energy. Okay, so this is about, you will get through. You always get things done. Libra, you're the kind of person that you put your head down to the grindstone and man, you get everything done, which is wonderful. And I always say, if you need anything done, go to a Libra because they're going to find a way to do it. And no matter how busy you are, you do things and you're very organized and logical about it. But there will come a time where you might be pushing yourself too hard. So remember, take time for you. Now, coming in your challenge part of your reading, you've got there may be a hiring freeze or no work now. Being aloof can leave you out in the cold. A warm follow-up gets you in the door. So if some of you are out there actually seeking gainful employment, a job, a new job, or you're applying within house for a different job, whatever the case is, things might be quiet right now. But don't give up. Okay, this is a card that says keep pushing out those resumes. Keep being, forward thinking here when it comes to your job. All right. And be mindful of that. I know I said to you with the Ghostlands, take your time, live in the moment, but you can still be planning, not sitting here too still, especially when it comes to your employment. You need that job. So if some of you are actually out there seeking employment, keep those resumes going, keep them up to date, don't be afraid to make the call. Okay. If you're waiting for something, pick the phone up. You're either going to get a yay or a nay, but it's going to give you peace of mind. You're in the process of balancing something, and that could be your career and your home life. Okay. There may be two options, two choices, two decisions, and two offers presenting themselves, and you need to make light of that. Okay, don't get all stressed out. I mean, here he is, ho hum, yeah, okay, eeny meeny, whatever. He makes this decision lightly. This is a card that says you're going to be mindful about choices and decisions you're making right now, but you're also going to bring yourself to center. You're not going to get all stressed out about this. Okay, you're moving on. You get things done. You're the kind of person that gets things done. But right now, there could be a choice or a decision coming in where you're going to have to make it. And I don't want you to get all stressed out about it, because when you sit down and you think about what's going to bring you to your greater good, the best benefits out of making this decision, you'll be able to make it. So you're also being adaptable to this transformation, this change that's going on right now. And you're trying to do maybe too much. Maybe you've got too many balls in the air here right now. And it's not fun when we get out of balance like that. So you don't have to go skidding into the finish line or go warp speed right now. Okay. This is a card that says stay balanced, right? So don't push yourself so hard. Okay. You probably feel as if you're juggling too many priorities right now. And that can be exciting and exhilarating, but it can also be exhausting. Okay. And I always say, if there's too much going on here, and it's funny that you get these two cards here, because the Frozen card says, keep moving forward, but, don't allow yourself to push yourself too hard. But I think that you might be finding that you need to slow down. Take your time, okay? Remember, I always have this up here because the balance card, I think, is associated with every reading that comes out that I do. There's something to do with that theme. So, don't get all stressed out. You'll get through this, okay, is what I'm trying to tell you. Now, coming in with your messages from Spirit and your guides, you've been given a beautiful card, and it's fulfillment, right? So this is beautiful when we get this card. And you know what? It's also fulfillment in friendships, that fill our life with people and experiences and places that give us delight, that we go and we let go of people and things that don't feel empowering to us, that drag down our energy, to make us feel better. So if we're in situations where, we're not growing and expanding together and we're not on the same path or planet per se, then we realize that the universe says, we need to move on. We need to let things go in order to free ourselves to create our own journey and happiness and success. If you've had any health issues right now, know that you're going to return to better health. When we get this card, it's indicative of that. And if you want to conceive a baby or a new project or start a new relationship, it's also an excellent time that brings a good outcome when we get this card. So this is a really great card to get in a reading. Now, you have the Hierophant, and we know the Hierophant is the card of higher learning. You might be learning something new, taking a new form of study, a new project. You might be joining a new group. You could be going back to school, but you're learning something here. And you are aligning yourself up to be with the same people who either are going to teach you and guide you through this process. Now, the Hierophant, sometimes we call the Hierophant, it can be the card of spirituality as well, where you feel that you're connecting on a higher level that way. Okay, when we get this, this is referred to as the high counselor, okay, the wise counselor here. And again, it's about education or religious institutions, and you're seeking guidance. Also, maybe from spiritual leaders, taking or teaching classes right now. And there's a need to be more flexible. Okay, you're discovering what really matters in your life right now. Coming in at the end of the week, which is possible future, you've got the Fates. So this is interesting. The Fates, we all know that often when this card shows up, it has to do with what we really need to pay attention to. I don't believe in things that aren't meant for me. In other words, there's a reason why we have synchronicities. There's a reason why we get connections, that type of thing. This is a card, though, that says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So there are things in life that we're never going to have control over, right? And it's important that we realize that. Some things happen out of our control and we just have to adapt to or go with the flow, right? So now is the time to accept what you can't change, even if it means that you honor yourself by moving away from a situation. And your experiences concerning your job or abundance and prosperity are beyond your personal control right now. You are being invited to accept the here and the now and the what is, right? We said that here earlier in this reading. This could be a temporary situation, that, all of a sudden you see coming into you from outside forces. But there is an underlying purpose here. You can't see that has been determined by the Fates. It can be a situation that you're unprepared for, and you may not understand how it will benefit you at the moment, but don't fight it. Okay, don't fight that situation. Ride it out and see where it leads you. Surrender to it. And, then you're going to see that you're making good choices now from here on. Things are going to be easier for you. You're going to be able to flourish here. And this whole reading is about that. It's about, standing in the here and now, but paying attention, but not being idle, okay? I don't want you to go out there and be chaotic, but I want you to know that you have this faith and this belief and, that you can go after what you want, and you're planning that. Now, interesting card at the end of the reading. You've got this 10 of Swords. Now, you've had 2 10s here. The 10 of Wands, pushing yourself, you get through it. But this is a card that says there were, and throughout this reading, we talked about with the Fates. It's perfect. It falls under there because there are things often out of our control that happen to us. Maybe you take on a job and you find out that they're all backstabbers and competing, and everybody's dog eat dog. That type of a situation. And it was difficult for you to live like that and to work like that. So some of you, it could have been a job related thing where you felt stabbed in the back, betrayed, held back. People, talking about you behind your back and so on. It could have been anything. It could have been a relationship, friendship relationship, or a love relationship that turned out into betrayal. And you felt as though you were done wrong. And this is a card of feeling such a victim. And you justifiably so I understand it. But this is a card that says it's over. You're on your feet now. You've learned from that experience and you're moving forward. So it's when we get tens, you've heard me say this before, when we get tens, it's that card that says you dealt with it, but now you're moving on. This is your chance to learn from that experience and go forward with that lesson you've learned. So let's see what we've got here. So definitely some changes with transformation coming into you, knowing that there is assistance out there, paying attention to the details this week and realizing the time to move on from unfulfilling situations. So let's see what we have coming in the beginning of the week. With the Six of Swords, you've got the Two of Cups. So you know what? We are never alone. Isn't this perfect that this Two of Cups shows up? This is saying to you that someone's going to step forward. There's going to be good conversation, good dialogue being shared, whether and give and take, a conversation going on to do with something in your life. And it could be also the fact that there could be somebody new stepping forward here. This, when we get the Two of Cups, it's a beautiful card that says, there could be somebody new coming in. You could be falling in love with somebody. If you're seeking love, you might be moving in this new direction with somebody new. Okay. And if you've been waiting to meet somebody for a long time and it says you're never alone, now you've got that coming in for some of you. But it can also just be very close friendship. And, it's the end of any conflict. And it's a powerful connection that you may be having with someone here. And it could be a partnership in business or in love. Okay. So let's see what we have here for your focus part of the reading with the Ten of Wands. So try not to push yourself so hard. Okay, think about your needs. You will get through it, okay? You've got the Ace of Cups. Oh, yeah, there's definitely going to be some love coming into you, Libra. It could be the renewal of the love if you're in a relationship right now or a friendship. This is a new beginning. When we get that ace, to get the two and then to get the Ace of Water, it's indicative of you being surrounded by love, okay? So it could be, a crush that's developing into something stronger. You're opening your heart to other people. It's, a beautiful, something new stirring in your heart. And it may be building a relationship, or it could be the renewal of a relationship that you're already in. And things are going to get, the spark's going to be there again. Coming in with the Two of Pentacles. And that's if you have a relationship. Some of you might be meeting somebody new, a soulmate or a love mate. Now, beautiful card, Ace of Pentacles on top of this choice and decision. And it might be something here that is going to be indicative of money. Maybe it's, you could be receiving money. There's doors of opportunity being presented to you. When we get the Ace of Pentacles, it is that card of a new beginning. And often it has to do with our career. So you may be seeing, you might be signing and agreeing to a business document here that has to do with, or a contract has to do with your job. It's also the return of good health. So this is a really good card as well, because we talked about that with the fulfillment card as well. So it's a card of good luck and focusing on the good luck coming towards you and feeling blessed. So it could be anything that's being open to you, okay? It's a new venture. Maybe you're changing careers or jobs and, you're going into business for yourself. Be open to that. Beautiful. Coming in next, I'm going to cut these again, with our messages from our guides and angels and source. With the Hierophant, you have the Moon. Now, the Moon is the card of Pisces. So there could be, a Pisces in your life right now coming in. But it's a card of not allowing yourself to get up in your head and be caught up in that illusion of things, okay? Trusting your own guidance over advice from others, too, is important. And discovering your own unknown secrets that are coming in. There could be secrets being shared from friends and other people, too, that you need to know. Information like that coming in. But finding your way to the truth, okay? So your intuitive abilities are at their peak right now, and you can completely believe in the level of accuracy and trustworthiness of your information and insights you're receiving. So pay close attention, okay? Pay close attention to the messages that you're receiving from other people as well as downloads from Spirit. Don't get up in your head and presume and assume. Now, it always shows a wolf and a dog. We know the wolf learned from his experiences. He doesn't want to put his foot in the bear paw or the trap anymore because, it hurts. And the dog knows because he's been taught something. So that's your database, and that's your intelligent level. When I talk about database, that's what you have, your gifts and talents within you. And being able to know that it's darkest before the dawn, but when that moon comes out, you're going to see the light, okay? It lights everything that it shines on. So you're moving forward. You're going to see that things are going to clear up, and you're going to receive the information you need to make that happen. Now, coming in with that Ten of Swords and your future outcome, you've got the, excuse me, the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles, we know, is that card of holding on. You could be holding on to energy, or you could be holding on to your money right now. Being very mindful, because it is a card of, you know, the extremes in which you save your money or you spend your money. But you know what? Making time for yourself as well is what's important here. And I think you're going to, you might be hanging on to your money because right now you're thinking of that rainy day, which is okay, as you move forward towards something new here, going through this transformation. Okay, so you could also be thinking about investing your time, effort, support, or money into something here that can bring you back the rewards you need. Or you could be concerned about money. You could be thinking about money, worrying about money right now. I think a lot of you are going to be making good business judgments, okay? And you're going to be, you know, your hard work is going to pay off and bring you in the rewards that you justifiably deserve. Well, my beautiful Libras, this is your reading for this week. And boy, it's a long one. It's 20 minutes. Boy, there was a lot to say. So I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, optimistic, healthy, happy, prosperous, and successful week. And always know I stand in this circle of love and light for you. And I'll see you soon, my beautiful Libras.